Writers, I'm coming really close to the end of my story. So remember, we used our story hand last time and made sure that our story had characters and a setting and at least 3 things. I'm gonna go back and revisit my story today. I'm gonna reread it, check and make sure I've got those things, and then I'm gonna explain what I'm gonna do to help finish up my story, okay? So we know that I flew on a plane to see my cousin David, and Sheila came too. We went to high tea. We rode a double-decker bus through London. I'm gonna be really careful to make sure I don't skip any pages. I'm gonna think about what I wanna put on my next page. So when I'm trying to think about how I want to end a story, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the book that we started with when we were reading Big Mamas. And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at how Donald Cruz ended his story. When he wrote Big Mamas, we knew it was a memory that he had that was really important to him. So my memory is really important to me, and I'm gonna look back and remember he's grown up at the end of his story, and he's thinking back and remembering his childhood, and he says, some nights, even now, I think that I might wake up in the morning and be at Big Mama's with the whole summer ahead of me. So he kind of ends it reflecting on what it meant to him and thinking about how he wishes that he could do it again. It's one of the reasons I know that this story was so important to him. So I think I know how I want to end my story. I'm going to think about how it was time for us to leave London and we were going to have to fly back home. And David and Sheila and I, we were sad because we knew that it meant we weren't going to see our cousin Rustin for a long time. We knew we'd get to see him again, but it would be a while. So we felt happy that we'd had the time together, but also sad that it was over. Have you ever felt like that? Kind of a mix of emotions. You don't know if you're happy or sad, you're both, right? Okay, so that emotion, that feeling, that's the heart of your story. That's like how it made you feel, how the experience made you feel. And a lot of times we choose to write about things that made us feel happy because we want to think about happy times and not sad times. But sometimes we're thinking about things that are so important that our emotions are big, and it's kind of hard to have a word. And you know what? Donald Cruz didn't use a word, did he? He didn't say how he felt. He just told us that he thinks about it, right? So we could tell how he felt even without him saying it out loud. And I think that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. I've drawn a picture of us hugging at the airport. We're hugging because we love each other. We're family. We had a great time. We're remembering what a great time we had, and we're also thinking about how it'll be a while and we're sad. So that's the heart of my story. Really, my love for my family is the heart of my story, but I don't have to say those words. I don't have to say I love my family for you to know them. You can tell just because we're sad to say goodbye. That's what I'm gonna do here for the heart of my story. I'm gonna say, we were sad to say goodbye. We were. Notice how I started with a capital W, got spaces between my words. We were sad to say goodbye. Okay, writers, today you're gonna work some more on your book. You're gonna go through just like I did and read your story so that you can make sure that you add what happens next and see if you can really get to the heart of your story. See if you can write for 9 or 10 minutes. I am so proud of you. You guys are becoming incredible authors, just like Donald Cruz.